What up, y'all? It's your boy Martine, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me good God Almighty. Okay, y'all, listen, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. If you've been a part of the channel, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Now, let's jump right into this one. Now, of course, Ryan Garcia, surprise, surprise, he's been in the news a lot, right? He's been on my social feed, on your social feed. He's all over the place. As if he wasn't all over the place already, Ryan found a way to put himself in the spotlight even more. Now, one good thing about Ryan, if I'm the one promoting Ryan, if I'm the one making money off of him, with this kid, you're not going to have no problem from him not being in the spotlight because he obviously loves it. Now, when I heard that Ryan got in trouble, for saying certain things, I'm going to be real with y'all. I didn't even go and see what Ryan wrote just because it's like, okay, broken record. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. It wasn't until I saw a statement put out by Mauricio Solomon from WBC saying that, they don't support racial behavior, whatever he went down the list of everything they don't support in the company. Therefore, he's expelling Ryan from fighting for the under the WBC. Then, of course, I seen Oscar came out and he said the same thing but in different words. So then I had to go look, right? So then I go and I found a couple of the things that Ryan said, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going to say I was surprised, right? That because Ryan's been writing crazy things for a minute. Now, before I keep going on this, you guys, there's a few points that I want to make, and I could be wrong, but I got to keep it real to what could be going on. Okay, you got to look at the whole picture of things. So let me continue. So it's no surprise that Ryan's going to say crazy things. Who's going to look, right? Whatever at this point. Okay. So I'm like, okay, let me go see. So like I said, I found some of the things that he wrote, some of the tweets. And right away, I'm like, Ryan is an out there dude. Ryan acts in a way, says certain things that are really out there. I think we all knew somebody like that along the, in our lives, right? That they're just extra. Right, I could tell you a few of my boys from back in the day that they're just naturally extra. Like they're just extra. That's the way to define them for everything. They got to be so extra. But when I read the tweets that Ryan put out, it was kind of confusing to me. It was confusing to me because of the things that he was saying and of the groups that he was aiming at. Because let's be real about something right now. Ryan is not a dumb individual. Ryan is not a stupid individual. He's out of control. He has a bunch of yes men around him that aren't there to correct him, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And he's not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. None of us are perfect. But what I started paying attention to on this latest rant is the groups that he went after. Okay? He went against the Muslim community, from what's written on there, the black community, and who else did he go against? He just started saying certain things. I can't even think of the rest, but guess what? That's enough, right? That's enough. So right when you go at those groups, I'm like, where did this come from? And the reason I'm saying that is because, listen, Ryan always surrounds himself with, people of all color. And who cares? I never even paid attention. But now just thinking back, like what traces did Ryan leave that he felt this way? He's very outspoken, but when has he actually spoken against these kind of crowds? And what's crazy is, let me just tell you guys something, right? Who did Ryan target in this latest rant if it was Ryan that did it, right? Okay. First of all, he went after the Muslim community. Now, mind you, all the people that he went after are people that are very protected groups and are literally almost like you speak on them, you'll get canceled. So like if you want to get in big trouble, if you want to get canceled, if you want to like have your rights taken away, say something about the Muslim community, say something about the black community as a whole, say something about all those peoples in that way, right? Oh, and then he brought up George Floyd as well. Okay, that's the other one that I forgot. So when I heard these three groups, I'm like, Ryan just committed suicide on Twitter? And what I mean by that, you guys listen to it like this, okay? Let me put it to you in this perspective. Just picture that you're a car salesman in your own dealership and you go on social media and you have a humongous following. All eyes are going to see, even people that are ready to take you down, ready for any wrong thing you say to use it against you. Imagine you got on social media and you say something like, everyone that buys a car from me is a complete idiot. Let me repeat that again. Imagine you own a car dealership. You're the head guy. You make millions of dollars off this dealership. You have a humongous following. Everyone that's ever bought a car from you is following you on social media and you put a tweet out saying everyone that's buying a car from me is a complete idiot, wouldn't you kind of sit back and question that, like, he really wrote that? Did he really just commit, suicide in his career? Did he purposely want to just go out like this, right? That's the questions that I would be asking. That's the question that I would be asking, because look at what he's saying. Now, do y'all realize what I'm trying to say by this? So when I see that Ryan's going after George Floyd, sensitive topic, Muslim community, sensitive topic, a black community as a whole, sensitive topic. These are things right here that have been so politicized, that have been used so politically, that anytime those topics come up, me personally, I want to go far in debt and see what's going on. Because we've seen them use these things as leverage. Politicians, these are 3 of their favorite subjects to use, and it's 3 protected groups, right? You can't say nothing about George Floyd, even if it's real criticism. You can't speak nothing against the Muslim community. Statistically, if you speak something about, the black community as a whole, even if you're just going to statistics, each 3 of those topics, what I'm trying to say, y'all, is you're completely ending yourself. You're canceling yourself. If it's almost like, telling a cop that you're going to shoot him and you pull a gun out. They call that suicide by cop. What I'm trying to say is that how is it that Ryan could write these things and not only say something, jumping on all these sensitive topics that for sure could get you canned, all that kind of stuff. And listen, in my personal opinion, when we start saying like, oh, his mental illness, his mental this, his mental that, in my personal opinion, you guys aren't doing not only Ryan Garcia, but no one justice saying that, oh, let's blame it on his mental illness, because now you're taking the fault away from him. We know that Ryan is a partier. We know Ryan's a partier. He's not, quiet about it. He's actually very open about it. He likes talking about it, likes posting himself, smoking, drinking, doing all of the above. Ryan loves doing that with women. That's always what he's posting. But for me personally, y'all, I'm going to be real. I find it very hard to believe that a guy that brings in millions and millions and millions of dollars in revenue for many people, not just Golden Boy, for many people, including himself, a guy that has such a tremendous following, incredible following. I get that he's around a lot of yes men, but there has to be someone telling him like, yo, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. If you put that tweet out, we're all not going to eat anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want to think that there's someone around there that would say something like that. It's almost obvious to me. Why are you going against the groups that you know are going to get you canceled? Because let's be real, y'all. Ryan chose to speak against George Floyd. You could take another situation with something even worse happening to an innocent person, and you're not going to gain traction off of saying that. No one's going to care because, I hate to say it, a lot of people are programmed for these little things to set you off. As I'm saying this, a lot of y'all might even be set off by what I'm saying, but pay attention, okay? When they talk about the Muslim community, Ryan could have talked about Buddhists. He could have talked about all the whole nines, but guess what? You're not going to get a reaction from them. You're not going to get a reaction from that community, and the media is not going to give a reaction. Now that he said something about Muslims, we all could see, it's very easy to see that they're a very protected group, even inside our country here in the United States, right? To say something against them with everything going on in Gaza and all that, like, okay, you mean to tell me a month or 2 ago, Ryan was talking about the kids in Gaza, he loves all Muslims, all Jews, and fast forward, now he's going to say F you to all of them? I find that a little bit hard to believe. Now, when you're talking about the black community as a whole, do we forget that Ryan Garcia is from LA, Victorville, California? Do we forget the people that Ryan surrounds himself with? Do we see the people that Ryan interacts with? Like, I'm sorry, man. If you ask me, he's not just putting up a front hanging out with these people. These people, and we could say they hang out with Ryan because he has money, this and that. Listen, if they didn't feel comfortable, if they weren't being taken care of, all those yes men would be no men. They wouldn't even be in the picture, okay? And again, you could call out any other race, but you're not going to get defended and you're not going to get the same backlash as when you say something about the black community as a whole, okay? So what does this tell me? Me personally, and I could be very wrong, okay? I could be very wrong. I'm just looking at the big picture of it. We know Ryan put a lot of people on blast not too long ago, okay? He put some big people on blast. Ryan is very, very open about his faith. Ryan openly pretty much endorsed Donald Trump when he I believe he was at the Trump Hotel. He was shadowboxing for Donald Trump. On his tweet or on Instagram, he said Trump 2024. Now, for the people that don't want Trump in office, and I'm talking about the elite characters that everyone talks about, could you imagine someone like Ryan Garcia, who has a following of like 20 million in total that we know of, reading Trump 2024? The whole thing just seems very politically to me. It just seems very political to me. I don't know. And again, I could be wrong. I hope you guys are like seeing what I'm trying to say. I'm not sitting here trying to prove him innocent. I'm not sitting here trying to say that Ryan's a perfect human being. All I'm trying to say is is dumb even the word to use? Or could we just say it looks very intentional that he went against all those three groups as we're getting closer to election time, as you openly endorse Donald Trump? And I'm not trying to make it that kind of video, y'all, but y'all, we have to remember, when it comes to athletes, when it comes to celebrities of all form, when it comes to higher government and all these higher powers, they all play for the same team. Okay, they all play for the same team. And what's a perfect way to go about this? Ryan Garcia looks bad, but hey, me, Mauricio Solomon from the WBC, I'm totally against everything that Ryan Garcia said. Okay, now you're protecting your brand. Oscar De La Hoya coming out and saying that, okay? Oh, you know, Ryan Garcia, this and that. Okay, Oscar's protecting his brand, okay? I don't know, man. It just seems kind of funny to me. It seems kind of weird. Again, Ryan is a lot of things, but for him to pretty much say, okay, I want my career not only in boxing, but in everything that I make money with, all my endorsements, I'm ready to just flush it down the toilet with these 3 tweets. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. If you ask me, it's very possible someone could be making an example out of Ryan Garcia. But again, who knows? I just wanted to give y'all my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. And again, y'all, I just call it how I see it. This is what I think. Okay? This is what kind of makes sense to me. But again, I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Much love to y'all. God bless. I'll speak to y'all soon. Peace.